to do this reading for you guys today. I'm probably pretty low energy because I'm just waking up. Well, not even just waking up, but it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know how when you go to bed early and then you're up? That happens to me all the time. So I figured let's go ahead and do Pisces. I wanted to try to get some of the readings, most of the readings out before October actually hits, because I did order like a romance deck. So I want to come back in October and do love readings. And I actually want to do a Halloween reading at the end of the month. So you guys just stay tuned for that. So I'm shuffling your cards. Not really going to get into the spread. I'm going to spread the cards and then I'm going to read the energy, how it comes out. So Pisces, I'm just shuffling. These cards are pretty shuffled. They're pretty together. I had already shuffled them previously, and kind of had them charging with energy. So just asking Spirit to just bring in some guidance for Pisces this month. What is going on with Pisces just generally? And guys, check your moon and your rising sign as well to get a better picture. So maybe, Pisces, I said I was doing you guys first because it took so long for me to get to you last month. So after Pisces, I will do Aries next, and we'll just keep rolling through the zodiac. I may even go backwards. Since it's fall, Libra season, I may take it back through the signs to Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Libra, and do it that way. Not sure. You guys just stay tuned and see what happens. So, all right. Kind of got the Rider-Waite deck ready to go. So I'm going to lay some cards. I'm just cutting the deck. I'm going to lay some cards from the Rider-Waite. And then I'm going to do a tarot oracle card for the heart. So you'll hear me shuffling those cards as I do the reading, and I'll lay that card at the end. And Pisces, just for this month, just the only advice or just guidance I would have for Pisces before we even start the reading is just to I think it's just, seeing a clear picture for Pisces, looking back through the year as we come to the end of the year, and get, close to your time of 2017. I think for Pisces, a lot of what's going on right now is just reflection to see the lessons you've learned over 2016, just clearing the slate, seeing a clear picture and a clear direction of where you want to go, Pisces. So just make the best of your opportunities that are to come in your life. So let's go ahead and lay the cards. So the first card you got is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. The second card is the 8 of Wands. The next card is the 8 of Cups. And then the last card is the Hierophant. So let's see what's going on. And I did not do the card from the bottom of the deck. Now, if you're curious, it doesn't even matter now. It's the 5 of Swords. I can't say if it was reverse. I think it was reverse, but not really going to pay that any mind because I didn't pull that bottom of the deck card. So with the cards that we have on the table, Pisces, as you come into October, I know you've been, I have a feeling with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, maybe you made some decisions, or you just decided to stop juggling, or put in perspective some of the emotional waves you're riding. With the 2 of Pentacles, when it's upright, it's about balance, it's about juggling, it is about decisions. Because it's a Pentacle card, when you look at it, it could be like, okay, do I choose between this job or this job, this house or this house? It's kind of surveying what you have in front of you and what you want to do about it. Is one opportunity more beneficial than the other, and everything like that? So it speaks of duality, decisions, balance. I'm trying to be in balance because in the 2, it's like, it almost reminds me of the scales of judgment. One is up, one is down, and he's constantly juggling and trying to balance. And in the 2 of Pentacles card, I see a lot of emotion with the blue background, and then the water and the very deep waves in the water with the boats riding those waves. But with the Two of Pentacles in reverse in this reading, it just comes off to me that you guys are getting off of riding that wave. Maybe you're looking for more stability, and that is why you decided to maybe make some choices or go with certain options and just stop doing the juggling. Maybe you had too many things going on at one time, Pisces, and you're kind of narrowing down what it is that you want to do, and that kind of eases your emotions. So maybe some opportunities came, some decisions were made that kind of let you kind of take some things off of your plate or stop juggling, and that could have helped you emotionally as well, with Pisces being a very emotional sign. So next we get to, and that's the number 2. So then next we come to the Eight of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, that's a lot of that opportunity we were talking about that may have come out of some of those decisions, and since you stopped kind of philandering around with the Two of Pentacles. And then another way that Two of Pentacles can go for some of you guys, and that's the majority of Pisces, I feel like Two of Pentacles for. But another way it could go for some Pisces, I feel like for a small majority of Pisces, is just kind of dropping the ball. So it's not necessarily that you dropped the ball because you made some decisions and you're going in down the correct path and doing what you desire to bring you gain, whether that's financially, materially, or to just start a path. I don't see the gains don't come now. Gains to come will be in the future. But some of you could have just dropped the ball with that Two of Pentacles in reverse too. But coming to the Eight of Wands, it just represents opportunities. Whether you dropped the ball, you made some decisions, there are some opportunities, and there are some things coming towards you as you get through August, as you get through that second week of August. And I feel like some of these opportunities, some of these things that are going on, spur from the juggling, some of the things you had on your plate, some of the things that were going on, and because you're kind of narrowing down, even if you dropped the ball and something fell through or you didn't follow up or something didn't go through for you, I think you're still going to realize there are more opportunities. So if you're a Pisces where something kind of didn't go right this month, or in September, and you didn't meet your aim, I feel like there's going to be some opportunities presented, and some things that come your way in October that will help you move in the direction that you want to go in. Really funny, you got the Eight of Wands, and then it comes back to the Eight of Cups. So I feel like a lot of this is seated in the emotion. It is seated in your emotions, Pisces, but I feel like it's perspective. And with the Eight of Cups coming right up after the Eight of Wands, I feel like some of these opportunities you do see, they aren't good for you. You don't want to go that way. You don't want to be inundated with things that are really going to waste your time. Pisces, I think you're looking at the best paths for you, the best courses of action. You're leaving some of these opportunities and some of these things in your life that lead to emotional downtroddenness, just emotional depressions, emotional roller coasters. I feel like you really are walking away, leaving some of those things behind, or you've kind of started that. You may be in a one foot in, 1 foot out place as well, Pisces. But I definitely see you moving forward. And that's what I was saying in the Two of Pentacles card. I saw that there was an ease for a lot of Pisces in some of the emotions, or maybe just putting some of those emotions in perspective. Pisces is ruled, the current ruler is Neptune. So a lot of times there's a dreamy state that Pisces, I'm going to say we Pisces live in. I'm a Pisces moon. So, that's a big part of who I am. So you might look at me and not figure I might not display Pisces aspects on the outside, which I do when it comes to my style sometimes and things like that. Not as out there as a Pisces, a little bit more refined, but definitely Pisces inside and in my emotional nature. So I know that Pisces can be very emotional, and a lot of times they'll get lost in those emotions, as the water signs do. When you're not fully, sometimes if you have some of the shadow elements, or you're existing or displaying the shadow elements of the sign. So it really does speak of the Eight of Wands is action coming towards you, opportunities, even in love. With the Eight of Cups coming next. A lot of times in readings, the Eight of Wands, like in context to the other cards that surround it, the Eight of Wands could be seen as love opportunities, kind of coming your way. You can kind of see them as the arrows of Cupid or something like that. Now, that could be possible for some Pisces because with the 8 following, which is an emotional card, you could be choosing or leaving some opportunities, walking away with some things that do have to do with an emotional realm. And that could be relationships, that could be work, that could be anything that kind of tugs at the heartstrings, tugs at the emotional strings. But Pisces, like I said, when we first started out the reading, that walking away and that making decisions, choices, seeing options in consideration with the lessons you have learned in 2016. And I said that before I even pulled the cards. A lot of this reflects what I said before I pulled the cards about looking back. It's very powerful, guys. So excuse me, but just looking back and surveying what you've been through in 2016. And I know my Pisces, I know we have been, if I'm speaking from a perspective of myself, I know we have been through some things on the job front, on the relationship front, and I have in mind more Pisces than just myself. So I think coming to the close of 2016, that's why I said that. I think it has a lot to do with learning those lessons for the Pisces, learning what you do and what you don't do, that puts you in certain emotional situations that you get stuck in those emotions. And, Pisces, you may pacify, whether it's pacifying or going into your inner world, your head, drugs, alcohol, whatever the case, you may deceive yourself and pacify. And that's why I really think the end of the year for Pisces is about reflection, really good choices, stop being indecisive, and really moving in a direction that is going to be stable and for Pisces, because water is very free form. You know what I mean? And that's why you can see I see it a lot in Pisces. It's very visible, but also Cancer and Scorpio. I mean, we just kind of, I don't know. I mean, of course, we can talk about other elements and other things that come into play, and it's different for everybody based on your birth chart and kind of the aspects that your chart makes. But we kind of have this ebb and flow through life that isn't necessarily structured. And I'm sure people may feel that way, especially if you have like water in your chart, a lot of water in your chart or in certain places. Like, I'm not really one who likes a lot of structure outside of course, your home dwelling and things like that. But when it just comes to the body, to how we move through life, and things like that, I consider it more of an open interpretation. But speaking of structures and open interpretations, I think now is a good time for the water signs, especially the Pisces, to bring some structure to the form, to have more form, to show your form. Because even though, if you can understand, even though I'm saying I feel like the water signs, we don't move according to a lot of structure, and a lot of times we can be formless and shapeshift and things like that, there are absolute times when you do need structure to show that form. So say if you're shapeshifting maybe through water or something like that, for certain situations and purposes, you may want to show as a certain entity or a certain symbolic being or something like that. But you need structure to do that. You need structure to have form. And I think that's where we're coming to Pisces, where you're coming to Pisces, because you're from the 8 of Cups, you go to the Hierophant, which is the number 5, and it's putting you smack dab in that in a structured cycle. So whether that means you make, and this could go on a lot of different realms, but it's your life overall, your relationships and your career. So if it was relationships, some things happen, you made some decisions, maybe you chose love or you chose the relationship, and you're going to make a more committed sort of bond with the Hierophant, or just committed bonds in your life, period, to jobs, being a part of a company, a corporation, the way they do things in the Hierophant card, after you make these decisions to go in a path that best fits you. So I just see the Hierophant, especially with Saturn in heavy play right now. It's been a lot of Saturn stuff going on. So I feel like the Hierophant is bringing structure And Saturn is a planet that brings structure. It brings form, represents institutions, father time, and things like that. So I think it's a time for Pisces to shift from going formless to having a little form and really showing who you are and what you can do, Pisces, in a more organized and affiliated manner. Because Pisces, you truly do walk alone. Even if you have close friends and everything like that, I feel like Pisces are definitely loners in their heart and in their soul. So Pisces, I hope that helped you guys. This is general. I try to keep these pretty short. I'm at 15 minutes. I could go on and on about the cards and make different connections and pictures. But this is general, guys. So the Pisces that really needed to hear this are the Pisces that are going to identify. And don't forget to check your moon and your rising sign. And I just want to wish, just in case we have any in the building, which Pisces may be your moon or your rising, I just want to wish all of the Libras a very, 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 very happy birthday. I have a lot of Libras in my life. My mom is a Libra, just celebrated her birthday. And look, love or hate, give or take, you know, it is always good to have some Libras in your life. And I learn a lot through those partnerships, and I think that's why they're placed in my life, especially in a family sort of way. So I just want to wish all of the Libras a very, very, very happy birthday month, and I just wish you guys just the best. So I'm going to lay an oracle card for the heart just to give you some guidance, you know, if you need it, as it pertains to the reading we just did. So then the oracle card from the heart that I'm pulling, it's refusing to see. So, and it's the number 2, and that identifies wholeheartedly with that 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So that, remember when I said for a small portion of my Pisces, I felt like the 2 of Pentacles in reverse was dropping the ball. So maybe you didn't make some decisions. You still, stagnant. You just dropped the ball. You got stuck in that emotional realm. But even if you did make some decisions and you're moving forward, you just want to make sure that you see. Before we even started the reading, I said that the advice I was giving Pisces from the spirit, from wherever it comes from within me, I felt like Pisces needed to see a clear slate to look back and reflect. Guys, these readings, and with me being a Pisces, it's very, very, even if I wasn't a Pisces, it would still be very powerful to me, the way that, this really tries to guide you through life and give you some help and some pointers where you deal with difficult things. And being a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I know you guys can get very emotional, very tough people. I mean, you have what it takes to make it, but I mean, the emotions can be a really heavy thing. But if you see things clearly and use the lessons, and I have some hard Neptune aspects in my birth chart. So with Pisces, I believe Pisces' traditional ruler is Jupiter, and that's why they may make it through. I mean, I know Jupiter rules Sagittarius now, but if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, somebody comment below. But Jupiter is a traditional ruler of Pisces, so that's why, we can